If you watch this video until the end, you will definitely pass your theory test on the first attempt. Today, we will go through 100 essential mock test questions, with the last 5 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Now, let's get started. Question 1. You're driving in a built-up area that has traffic calming measures. What should you do when you approach a road hump? Answer is A. Check your mirror and slow down. Many towns have road humps as part of traffic calming measures, designed to slow down traffic. Reduce your speed when driving over them. If you go too fast, you could lose control or damage your car. Look out for pedestrians or cyclists while you're driving in these areas. Question 2. What should the driver of the red car, arrowed, do? Answer is C. Wait for the pedestrian in the road to cross. Some people might take a long time to cross the road. They may be older or have a disability. Be patient and don't hurry them by showing your impatience. If pedestrians are standing at the side of the road, don't signal or wave them to cross. Other road users might not have seen your signal, and this could lead the pedestrians into a hazardous situation. Question 3. Why should you be cautious when going past this bus waiting at a bus stop? Answer is C. People may cross the road in front of it. A bus at a bus stop can hide pedestrians who might try to cross the road just in front of it. Drive at a speed that will enable you to respond safely if you have to. Question 4. A cycle lane, marked by a solid white line, is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? Answer is D. They mustn't drive along the lane. While it's in operation, other vehicles must not use this part of the carriageway except to pick up or set down passengers. At other times, when the lane isn't in operation, you should still be aware that there may be cyclists using the lane. Give them plenty of room as you pass and allow for their movement from side to side, especially in windy weather or on a bumpy road. Question 5. What does this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout mean? Answer is A. Give way to traffic from the right. Slow down as you approach the roundabout and check for traffic from the right. If you need to stop and give way, stay behind the broken line until it's safe to emerge onto the roundabout. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. How can drivers help the environment? Answer is C. By accelerating gently. Rapid acceleration and heavy braking lead to increased fuel consumption and wear on your vehicle. Having your vehicle serviced regularly will maintain its efficiency, produce cleaner emissions, and reduce the risk of a breakdown. Question 7. What can you do to reduce environmental damage caused by your vehicle? Answer is B. Avoid making a lot of short journeys. Avoid using your car for short journeys. On a short journey, the engine is unlikely to warm up fully and will therefore be running less efficiently. This will result in the car using more fuel and emitting higher levels of harmful emissions. Question 8. When is fuel consumption at its highest? Answer is A. When you're accelerating. Accelerating uses a lot of fuel, so always try to use the accelerator smoothly. Taking your foot off the accelerator allows the momentum of the car to take you forward, especially when going downhill. This can save a considerable amount of fuel without any loss of control over the vehicle. Question 9. What should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? Answer is B. Brake gently in plenty of time. In snowy conditions, be careful with the steering, accelerator and brakes. Braking sharply while you're driving on snow is likely to make your car skid. Question 10. What lights should you use when you're driving on a wet motorway and vehicles are throwing up surface spray? Answer is A. Dipped headlights. When surface spray reduces visibility, switch on your headlights on dipped beam. This will help other road users to see you. Question 11. You're in a line of traffic. What action should you take if the driver behind is following very closely? Answer is C. Slow down, gradually increasing the gap between you and the vehicle in front. If the driver behind is following too closely, there's a danger they'll collide with the back of your vehicle if you stop suddenly. You can reduce this risk by slowing down and increasing the safety margin in front of you. This reduces the chance that you'll have to stop suddenly and allows you to spread your braking over greater distance. This is an example of defensive driving. Question 12. The fluid level in your battery is low. What fluid should you use to top it up? Answer is B. Distilled water. Some modern batteries are maintenance-free. Check your vehicle handbook and, if necessary, make sure that the plates in each battery cell are covered with fluid. Question 13. You have to arrive on time for an appointment. How should you plan for the journey? Answer is A. Allow plenty of time for the trip. Always allow plenty of time for your journey in case of unforeseen problems. Anything can happen, for example, punctures, breakdowns, road closures, diversions and delays. You'll feel less stressed and less inclined to take risks if you aren't pushed for time. Question 14. What can you expect if you drive using rapid acceleration and heavy braking? Answer is C. Increased fuel consumption. Using the controls smoothly can reduce fuel consumption by about 15%, as well as reducing wear and tear on your vehicle. Plan ahead and anticipate changes of speed well in advance. This will reduce the need to accelerate rapidly or brake sharply. Question 15. What will happen if your car's wheels are unbalanced? Answer is C. The steering will vibrate. If your wheels are out of balance, it will cause the steering to vibrate at certain speeds. This isn't a fault that will put itself right, so take your vehicle to a garage or tire fitter to have the wheels rebalanced. Question 16. How can you reduce the environmental harm caused by your motor vehicle? Answer is B. Keep engine revs low. Engines that burn fossil fuels produce exhaust emissions that are harmful to health. The harder you make the engine work, the more emissions it will produce. Engines also use more fuel and produce higher levels of emissions when they're cold. Anything you can do to reduce your use of fossil fuels will help the environment. Question 17. What should you remove from your car before leaving it unattended? Answer is A. The vehicle registration document. Never leave the vehicle registration document inside your car. This document would help a thief to dispose of your car more easily. Question 18. What should you do when you're using a contraflow system? Answer is C. Choose an appropriate lane in good time. In a contraflow system, you'll be traveling close to oncoming traffic and sometimes in narrow lanes. You should get into the correct lane in good time, obey any temporary speed limit signs, and keep a safe separation distance from the vehicle ahead. Question 19. What's the main cause of skidding? Answer is D. The driver. Skidding is usually caused by driver error. You should always adjust your driving to take account of the road and weather conditions. Question 20. What should you do when you park a car facing downhill? Answer is B. Turn the steering wheel towards the curb. Turning the wheels towards the curb will allow them to act as a chock, preventing any forward movement of the vehicle. It will also help to leave your car in gear, or select park if you have an automatic. Question 21. How should you react to inexperienced drivers? Answer is D. Be patient and prepare for them to react more slowly. Learners might not have confidence when they first start to drive. Allow them plenty of room and don't react adversely to their hesitation. We all learn from experience, but new drivers will have had less practice in dealing with all the situations that might occur. Question 22. You're driving past parked cars. What should you do if you see a bicycle wheel sticking out between the cars? Answer is C. Slow down and be prepared to stop for a cyclist. Scan the road as you drive. Try to anticipate hazards by being aware of the places where they're likely to occur. You'll then be able to react in good time. Question 23. What should you do when you're approaching a bus that's signaling to move away from a bus stop? Answer is D. Allow it to pull away, if it's safe to do so. Try to give way to buses if you can do so safely, especially when the driver signals to pull away from a bus stop. Look out for people getting off the bus or running to catch it, because they may cross the road without looking. Don't accelerate to get past the bus, and don't flash your lights, as this could mislead other road users. Question 24. Why should you switch off your rear fog lights when the fog has cleared? Answer is B. To prevent dazzling drivers behind. Don't forget to switch off your fog lights when the weather improves. You could be prosecuted for driving with them on in good visibility. The high intensity of rear fog lights can dazzle drivers behind and make your brake lights difficult to notice. Question 25. What will happen if you use rear fog lights in good conditions? Answer is D. They'll dazzle other drivers. Rear fog lights shine more brightly than normal rear lights, so that they show up in reduced visibility. When the visibility improves, you must switch them off. This stops them dazzling the driver behind. Question 26. Which lights should you switch on when daytime visibility is poor but not seriously reduced? Answer is A. Dipped headlights. Only use your fog lights when visibility is seriously reduced. Use dipped headlights in poor conditions because this helps other road users to see you without the risk of causing dazzle. Question 27. What will happen if you hold the clutch pedal down or roll in neutral for too long? Answer is A. It will reduce your control. Holding the clutch down or staying in neutral for too long will cause your vehicle to freewheel. This is known as coasting, and it's dangerous because it reduces your control of the vehicle. Question 28. What do these motorway signs mean? Answer is A. They're countdown markers to the next exit. The exit from a motorway is indicated by countdown markers. These are positioned 90 meters, 100 yards, apart, the first being 270 meters, 300 yards, from the start of the slip road. Move into the left-hand lane well before you reach the start of the slip road. Question 29. What color are the reflective studs between the lanes on a motorway? Answer is C. White. White studs are found between the lanes on motorways. They reflect back the light from your headlights. This is especially useful in bad weather, when visibility is restricted. Question 30. Where should you stop to rest if you feel tired while you're traveling along a motorway? Answer is B. At the nearest service area. If you feel tired, stop at the nearest service area. If that's too far away, leave the motorway at the next exit and find a safe place to stop. You mustn't stop on the carriageway or hard shoulder of a motorway except in an emergency, when in a traffic queue, or when signaled to do so by a police officer, a traffic officer, or traffic signals. Plan your journey so that you have regular rest stops. Question 31. When may you drive over pavement? Answer is A. To gain access to a property. It's illegal to drive on or over a pavement, except to gain access to a property. If you need to cross a pavement, give priority to pedestrians. Question 32. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? Answer is A. They are circular with a red border. There are three basic types of traffic sign: those that warn, those that inform, and those that give orders. Generally, triangular signs warn, rectangular signs give information or directions, and circular signs give orders. An exception is the 8-sided stop sign. Question 33. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. In order to keep roads free from parked cars, there are some areas where you're allowed to park on the verge. Only do this where you see the sign. Parking on verges or footways anywhere else could lead to a fine. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Contraflow bus lane. There will also be markings on the road surface to indicate the bus lane. You mustn't use this lane for parking or overtaking. Question 35. How should the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway be used? Answer is A. As an overtaking lane. You should stay in the left-hand lane of a motorway unless you're overtaking another vehicle. The right-hand lane of a motorway is an overtaking lane. It isn't the fast lane. After overtaking, move back to the left when it's safe to do so. Question 36. You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights aren't working. What should you do when a police officer gives this signal? Answer is B. Stop at the stop line. When a police officer or traffic warden is directing traffic, you must obey them. They'll use the arm signals shown in the highway code. Learn what these signals mean and obey them. Question 37. Where can you find reflective amber studs on a motorway? Answer is D. On the right-hand edge of the road. At night or in poor visibility, reflective studs on the road help you to judge your position on the carriageway. Question 38. What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road? Answer is D. 60 miles per hour. If you're traveling on a dual carriageway that becomes a single carriageway road, reduce your speed gradually so that you aren't exceeding the limit as you enter. There might not be a sign to remind you of the limit, so make sure you know the speed limits for different types of road and vehicle. Question 39. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? Answer is C. Pass the lorry on the left. Sometimes work is carried out on the motorway without closing the lanes. When this happens, signs are mounted on the back of lorries to warn other road users of the roadworks ahead. Question 40. What does this signal mean? Answer is C. Trams must stop. The white light shows that trams must stop. The green light shows that other vehicles can go if the way is clear. Trams are being introduced into more cities, so you're likely to come across them and you should learn which signs apply to them. Question 41. What's a statutory off-road notification, SORN? Answer is B. A notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle isn't being used on the road. If you want to keep a vehicle untaxed and off the public road, you must make SORN. It's an offence not to do so. Your SORN is valid until your vehicle is taxed, sold, or scrapped. Question 42. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? Answer is A. An appropriate driving license. Using a motor vehicle on the road illegally carries a heavy fine and can lead to penalty points on your driving license. You must hold a valid driving license for the class of vehicle you're using and be insured to drive the vehicle. If required, the vehicle must have a current MOT test certificate and be taxed for use on the road. Question 43. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? Answer is D. They must have valid motor insurance. It's your responsibility to make sure you're properly insured for the vehicle you're driving. This is the case regardless of whether you're a newly qualified driver or one with more experience. Question 44. When must you contact the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA? Answer is C. When you change your vehicle. DVLA needs to keep its records up to date. It sends out a reminder when a vehicle's tax is due for renewal. To do this, it needs to know the name and address of the registered keeper. Every vehicle in the country is registered, so it's possible to trace its history. Question 45. You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. No other vehicle is involved. The rider is unconscious and lying in the middle of the road. What's the first thing you should do at the scene? Answer is A. Warn other traffic. The motorcyclist is in an extremely vulnerable position, exposed to further danger from traffic. Approaching vehicles need advance warning in order to slow down and safely take avoiding action or stop. Don't put yourself or anyone else at risk. Use the hazard warning lights on your vehicle to alert other road users to the danger. Question 46. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Traffic signals ahead. This sign indicates traffic signals ahead. Question 47. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. End of temporary restrictions. This sign indicates an end of temporary restrictions. Question 48. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout. Question 49. What does this sign show? Answer is D. Temporary maximum speed. This sign shows the temporary maximum speed, advised for prevailing traffic conditions. Question 50. You are coming up to a junction and see the following sign. What does it mean? Answer is B. It's a T-junction. This is a warning sign and it tells you that you are at a T-junction. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 1. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Level crossing without a gate or barrier. This sign is used to indicate a level crossing without a gate or barrier. Question 2. Long low vehicles may be at risk of. Answer is B. Grounding. Long low vehicles may be at risk of grounding. Drivers of such vehicles must phone before crossing. Question 3. What should you do if a vehicle pulls out in front of you at a junction? Answer is D. Slow down and be ready to stop. Try to anticipate what other drivers might do. Look and plan ahead so that you're ready to respond safely if a hazard develops. Be tolerant of road users who make mistakes. Question 4. When should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? Answer is D. When it's dry. In good, dry conditions, a driver needs to keep a distance of at least 2 seconds from the car in front. This should allow enough space for you to stop if the driver in front has to stop suddenly. Question 5. Why have red routes been introduced in major cities? Answer is C. To help the traffic flow. Inconsiderate parking can obstruct the flow of traffic and so make traffic congestion worse. Red routes are designed to prevent this by enforcing strict parking restrictions. Driving slowly in traffic increases fuel consumption and causes a buildup of exhaust fumes. Question 6. What should you do when you're approaching traffic lights that have been green for some time? Answer is D. Be ready to stop. The longer traffic lights have been green, the sooner they'll change. Allow for this as you approach traffic lights that you know have been green for a while. They're likely to change soon, so you should be prepared to stop. Question 7. When should you use your vehicle's horn? Answer is D. To alert others to your presence. You mustn't use your vehicle's horn between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. in a built-up area or when you're stationary, unless a moving vehicle poses a danger. Its function is to alert other road users to your presence. Question 8. Which type of crossing allows cyclists to ride across with pedestrians? Answer is D. Toucan. A toucan crossing is designed to allow pedestrians and cyclists to cross at the same time. Look out for cyclists approaching the crossing at speed. Question 9. You're approaching a zebra crossing. What should you do if pedestrians are waiting to cross? Answer is C. Slow down and prepare to stop. As you approach a zebra crossing, look for pedestrians waiting to cross. Where you can see them, slow down and prepare to stop. Be especially careful of children and older people, who may have difficulty judging when it's safe to cross. Question 10. What's the purpose of road humps, chicanes and narrowings? Answer is B. To reduce traffic speed. Traffic calming measures help to keep vehicle speeds low in congested areas where there are pedestrians and children. A pedestrian is much more likely to survive a collision with a vehicle traveling at 20 miles per hour than they are with a vehicle traveling at 40 miles per hour. Question 11. Why should you check the information leaflet before taking any medicine? Answer is C. Some types of medicine can affect your ability to drive safely. Always check the label or information leaflet for any medication you take. The medicine might affect your driving. If you aren't sure, ask your doctor or pharmacist. Question 12. Which type of glasses would make driving at night more difficult? Answer is D. Tinted. If you're driving at night or in poor visibility, tinted lenses will reduce the efficiency of your vision by reducing the amount of light reaching your eyes. Question 13. You're approaching a mini roundabout. What should you do if a long vehicle in front signals left but positions over to the right? Answer is D. Keep well back. At mini roundabouts, there isn't much room for a long vehicle to maneuver. It will have to swing out wide so that it can complete the turn safely. Keep well back and don't try to move up alongside it. Question 14. You're following a lorry on a wet road. What should you do when spray makes it difficult to see the road ahead? Answer is D. Drop back until you can see better. Large vehicles can throw up a lot of spray when it's wet. This makes it difficult for drivers behind to see the road ahead. You'll be able to see more by dropping back further, out of the spray. This will also increase your separation distance, giving you more room to stop if you have to. Question 15. What should you do as you approach this lorry? Answer is A. Slow down and be prepared to wait. When turning, long vehicles need much more room on the road than other vehicles. At junctions, they may take up the whole of the road space, so be patient and allow them the room they need. Question 16. You're on a 3-lane motorway. How should you overtake a slow-moving lorry in the middle lane if it's showing this sign? Answer is C. Approach with care and overtake on the left of the lorry. This sign is found on slow-moving or stationary works vehicles. If you wish to overtake it, do so on the left, as indicated. Be aware that there might be people working in the area. Question 17. What type of vehicle uses an amber flashing beacon on a dual carriageway? Answer is D. A tractor. An amber flashing beacon on a vehicle indicates that it's moving slowly or stopped and a possible hazard. Look well ahead on a dual carriageway and you should be able to see and respond to these vehicles in good time. Question 18. What might you expect to happen in this situation? Answer is D. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. Be courteous and allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Question 19. Why should these road markings be kept clear? Answer is B. To allow children to see and be seen when they're crossing the road. The markings are there to show that the area should be kept clear. This is to allow an unrestricted view for or approaching drivers and riders or children wanting to cross the road. Question 20. You see a horse rider as you approach a roundabout. What should you do if they're signaling right but keeping well to the left? Answer is A. Stay well back. Allow the horse rider to enter and exit the roundabout in their own time. They may feel safer keeping to the left all the way around the roundabout. Don't get up close behind or alongside them, because that would probably upset the horse and create a dangerous situation. Question 21. You're following two cyclists as they approach a roundabout in the left-hand lane. Where would you expect the cyclists to go? Answer is C. Any direction. Cyclists approaching a roundabout in the left-hand lane may be turning right but may not have been able to get into the correct lane due to heavy traffic. They may also feel safer keeping to the left all the way around the roundabout. Be aware of them and give them plenty of room. Question 22. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Cycle route ahead. More people are cycling today, and cycle routes are being extended in our towns and cities to provide safe cycling routes. Respect the presence of cyclists on the road and give them plenty of room if you need to pass. Question 23. You're driving at night. What should you do if you're dazzled by a vehicle behind you? Answer is D. Set your mirror to the anti-dazzle position. The interior mirror of most vehicles can be set to an anti-dazzle position. You'll still be able to see the lights of the traffic behind you, but the dazzle will be greatly reduced. Question 24. What's the reason for traffic calming measures? Answer is C. To slow traffic down. Traffic calming measures make the road safer for vulnerable road users, such as cyclists, pedestrians, and children. These can be designed as chicanes, road humps, or other obstacles that encourage drivers and riders to slow down. Question 25. What should you do immediately after joining a motorway? Answer is B. Stay in the left-hand lane. When you've just joined a motorway, stay in the left-hand lane long enough to get used to the higher speeds of motorway traffic before considering overtaking. Question 26. Which plate may appear with this road sign? Answer is A. Road humps are used to slow down traffic. They're found in places where there are often pedestrians, such as shopping areas and near schools or residential areas. Watch out for people close to the curb or crossing the road. Question 27. What color are the reflective studs along the left-hand edge of the motorway? Answer is C. Red. Reflective studs are used to help you in poor visibility. Different colors are used so that you'll know which lane you're in. These are a red on the left-hand edge of the carriageway, a white between lanes, are amber on the right-hand edge of the carriageway, a green between the carriageway and slip roads. Question 28. Which lights must you use if you're driving on a well-lit motorway at night? Answer is C. Use your headlights. If you're driving on a motorway at night or in poor visibility, you must always use your headlights, even if the road is well lit. Other road users must be able to see you, but you should avoid causing dazzle. Question 29. Why is it dangerous to leave rear fog lights switched on after the fog has cleared? Answer is A. They may be confused with brake lights. If your rear fog lights are left on when it isn't foggy, the glare they cause makes it difficult for road users behind to know whether you're braking or you've just forgotten to turn off your rear fog lights. This can be a particular problem on wet roads and on motorways. If you leave your rear fog lights on at night, road users behind you are likely to be dazzled, and this could put them at risk. Question 30. Why is it bad technique to coast when you're driving downhill? Answer is B. The vehicle will gain speed more quickly. Coasting is when you allow the vehicle to freewheel in neutral or with the clutch pedal depressed. When traveling downhill, this will cause the vehicle to gain speed more quickly as you lose the benefits of engine braking. It may even lead to a loss of control. You shouldn't coast, especially when approaching hazards such as junctions or bends and when traveling downhill. Question 31. You're approaching this roundabout. What should you do when a cyclist is keeping to the left while signaling to turn right? Answer is D. Allow them space to turn. Cycling in today's heavy traffic can be hazardous. Some cyclists may not feel safe crossing the path of traffic to take up a position in an outside lane. Be aware of this and understand that, although they're in the left-hand lane, the cyclist might be turning right. Question 32. What should you do when you're passing loose sheep on the road? Answer is D. Go very slowly. Slow down and be ready to stop for animals. Noise and vehicles passing too closely may startle them. Question 33. What will happen to your car when you drive up a steep hill? Answer is B. The engine will work harder. The engine will need more power to pull the vehicle up the hill. When approaching a steep hill, you should select a lower gear to help maintain your speed. You should do this without hesitation, so that you don't lose too much speed before engaging the lower gear. Question 34. There's been a heavy fall of snow. What should you consider before driving in these conditions? Answer is A. Whether your journey is essential. Consider whether the increased risk is worth it. If the weather conditions are bad and your journey isn't essential, then don't drive. If you have to drive, make sure you're well prepared in case you get stuck. Question 35. Which vehicles aren't allowed to use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway? Answer is C. Vehicles towing a trailer. On the motorway, any vehicle towing a trailer is restricted to 60 miles per hour. It's not allowed in the right-hand lane, as it might hold up faster-moving traffic that wishes to overtake in that lane. Question 36. What should you do when you're unsure whether it's safe to reverse your vehicle? Answer is C. Get out and check. A small child could be hidden directly behind you, so, if you can't see all around your vehicle, get out and have a look. You could also ask someone reliable outside the vehicle to guide you. Question 37. Where's the safest place to park your vehicle at night? Answer is B. In a garage. If you have a garage, use it. Your vehicle is less likely to be a victim of car crime if it's in a garage. Also, in winter, the windows will be kept free from ice and snow. Question 38. You're driving on a road that has a cycle lane. What does it mean if the lane is marked by a broken white line? Answer is D. You shouldn't drive in the lane unless it's unavoidable. Cycle lanes are marked with either a solid or a broken white line. If the line is solid, you should check the times of operation shown on the signs, and not drive or park in the lane during those times. If the line is broken, you shouldn't drive or park in the lane unless it's unavoidable. Question 39. Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking along the road? Answer is D. When you pass pedestrians in the road, leave plenty of room. You might have to use the right-hand side of the road, so look well ahead, as well as in your mirrors, before pulling out. Take great care if a bend in the road obscures your view ahead. Question 40. What do these zigzag white lines mean? Answer is D. No parking at any time. The approach to, and exit from, a pedestrian crossing is marked with zigzag lines. You mustn't park on them or overtake the leading vehicle when approaching the crossing. Parking here would block the view for pedestrians and approaching traffic. Question 41. You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. The rider is injured. When should their helmet be removed? Answer is D. Only when it's essential. Don't remove a motorcyclist's helmet unless it's essential. Remember, they may be suffering from shock. Don't give them anything to eat or drink, but do reassure them confidently. Question 42. A collision has just happened. An injured person is lying in a busy road. What's the first thing you should do? Answer is D. Warn other traffic. The most immediate danger is further collisions and fire. You could warn other traffic by switching on hazard warning lights, displaying an advance warning triangle or sign, but not on a motorway, or by any other means that doesn't put you or others at risk. Question 43. What should you do if a tire bursts while you're driving? Answer is D. Pull up slowly at the side of the road. A tire bursting can lead to a loss of control, especially if you're traveling at high speed. Using the correct procedure should help you to stop the vehicle safely. Question 44. What should you do if your vehicle has a puncture on a motorway? Answer is D. Pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency refuge area and call for assistance. Pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency area and call for assistance. Don't attempt to repair your vehicle while it's on the hard shoulder, because of the risk posed by traffic passing at high speeds. Question 45. You lose control of your car and damage a garden wall. What must you do if the property owner isn't available? Answer is B. Report the incident to the police within 24 hours. If the property owner isn't available at the time, you must inform the police about the incident. This should be done as soon as possible, and in any case within 24 hours. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 46. When may you drive a car in this bus lane? Answer is A. Outside its hours of operation. Some bus lanes operate only during peak hours, and other vehicles may use them outside these hours. Make sure you check the sign for the hours of operation before driving in a bus lane. Question 47. Which lights should you use when you're driving in a tunnel? Answer is D. Dipped headlights. Before entering a tunnel, you should switch on your dipped headlights, as this will allow you to see and be seen. In many tunnels, it's a legal requirement. Don't wear sunglasses while you're driving in a tunnel. Question 48. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Route for pedal cycles only. This sign shows a route that is for pedal cycles only. Question 49. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Vehicle checks. Temporary signs like this are put out when vehicles are to be stopped for an excise license check or vehicle inspection. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. No right turn. This sign indicates that there is no right turn. For more practice and updates, click on the video you're watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your theory test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.